Hey, everybody.
Hi, guys.
Welcome again. Happy Thursday to you. Glad you're with us. Hope everybody had a nice lunch and now you're sitting back and picking the teeth and watching opposite Saxes.
Just as long as we're not picking our teeth. That will be fine.
Yeah, we don't
No.
pick
We don't do that.
when the camera's on. You got it.
You go.
Cool. Right. Yeah. Well, we are very, very happy to be brought to you today, as we are every week, frankly, by Christine Dean, who is the not only sponsor of the show, but she's also our producer, and we thank her very, very much. Christine is an expert in marketing and all aspects of marketing, from your website to your building your client base to sales promotions, and she knows it all. She can help you. She's willing to do it for free. Give her a call, set up a free consultation and everything, and just tell her, I just like to hear a little more about what you do. She'll tell you. And if it works, hey, great.
She's a computer guru.
She is. She has bailed us out more times than
and she does it with a smile.
Always. And sometimes there's a glitch. I got to tell you, sometimes it could be 5 minutes before a show starts, and all of a sudden one of our computers isn't working. Okay.
She's very cool. Very
just
calm.
Right. Let's just shut down. Let's reboot.
She's very
come back up, and she knows how to solve computer problems.
Yep.
And that's what you need to do if you are doing podcasting or blogging or just interacting with your customer base, and you want to build on that customer base. Call Christine, and she can help you. We know she can help.
I love her hair.
Yeah. Our daughter has hair like that. Nice, long and flowy and curly.
Yeah, mine used to be that way.
Yeah, yours is a lot shorter now. And
a lot.
But you get it cut just as often, don't you?
Yeah. Well, I get it cut because first we lived in Florida and it was ungodly hot, and now we live in Texas and it's ungodly hot. But before then, when we were in Chicago, I had long shoulder length hair. Yep.
Have you found over the years that the cost of getting your haircuts and everything has increased?
Over the years. 2 weeks ago.
just in the last 2 weeks.
Yeah.
And why is that?
Well, first of all, I do think it has to do with the supply chain and the problems we've had since COVID, although.
Wait, you mean the cost of scissors is going up?
Well, the cost of getting the shampoos, the cost of the rent for the spas and the salons, the cost of doing business is just that much greater. The only thing is, you never really know what those costs are naturally, and you don't know if they're really true costs. Are you being taken advantage of a little bit or not? Now, for me, I love my beautician. I actually have 2 beauticians. I have one in Florida, my brother-in-law, who is the best. And
well, he's only been doing it for what, 70 years?
Yeah, I mean, he does it, zip, zip, zip. Yeah. It's done and it's fabulous. But when I can't get to Florida, then I have somebody here, and they just upped me $10 or $12, I found out, because
just for the cut.
Yeah, just for the cut, because that's all I do, just the cut. Because she is in a different class of beautician. She's like in the master class.
Oh, so she takes a course and she gets a certification to become a master stylist.
No, I think this is a master stylist according to the owner of the beauty salon.
Oh, she just says I'm a master.
Because she's been there so long. And I will say, I've tried a few others while we've been here these past few years, and she really is very good. And according to your mother, you get what you pay for.
Well, that's absolutely true. And I think that especially with probably your nail techs and your hairstylists and all, if your hairstylist leaves one salon and goes to another salon,
it could be a whole different price.
Yes, but you have to make the choice. Do I want to stay with the salon or do I want to stay with the hairstylist?
Right.
And most times I would say, most women will stay with the
Oh,
hairstylist
yeah.
unless they move out of
Oh, yeah,
state.
yeah. There are people that are following my brother-in-law
As-
all the time.
Yes,
And I would follow somebody, but the past few years, I just have had a hard time. This one that I have now, even though she's on the high side, I would follow her. But it's everything. I mean, you go to have a little nip and tuck, forget it. You have to give them your firstborn. It takes a lot of money
you've had a
to
nip
even
and tuck-
look this
you've had a
way,
nip and tuck?
which isn't much. No, I haven't,
Oh.
but I've looked into it. A little
Oh,
shot of Botox here.
yeah, little, just Google
Yeah.
nip and tuck.
But now I have
Call
another,
Dolly Parton.
yeah,
She'll give you a recommendation.
I don't think I could afford her person either. But I have found out for all you ladies out there, and even men too, that want a little something done, or even a dermatology, something or other. You
Procedure,
want
yeah.
some laser hair removal or something. Sometimes if you go check out, if you Google or if you ask your doctor, there are studies being done on certain aspects of beauty. They're trying new serums, whatever. You can get into a study
into a
or
study.
yeah, and it'll cost you nothing.
And another good tip, and your family was in it, is beauty colleges.
Yeah,
There are beauty
Absolutely.
colleges where you can go and get a decent haircut
yes, you can.
or styling from a student who is studying to be a hairstylist.
That's correct.
And it's a fraction of the cost because they need the practice.
It's just the only downside to that is now they go on, they leave after a short amount of time.
After they graduate.
And now you're
Sure.
starting with a whole new person, and you just don't know how that new person is going to be, how they're going to cut. And are they being watched? Are they being overseen by a good
Right.
manager?
Yeah, well, your mom and dad
That's-
had a beauty college
Mhm.
back
Yeah.
in Indiana and all, and your dad was on the road a lot, but your mom was there overseeing all of that too.
Yeah, but she had a manager who was a beautician who
Yeah.
oversaw.
Yeah.
My mom oversaw the business. But yeah, it's a great way
Yeah,
of getting
especially
something
for
a little
guys.
less expensive.
I mean,
Yes.
for men, because we aren't really as demanding necessarily with our haircuts. And also, why pay $50 for a haircut you can get for 15?
There are laser treatments for women and men
men.
for hair removal. And it usually goes by the minutes. So like 15 minutes is $50. And the next 15 minutes could be $75. I mean, and that's not cheap.
No,
It's not.
Botox?
Botox is by
by
the injection. The amount of the injection and what the injection is. And there's so many different forms. There's Botox, there's ultrasound waves, there's a little bit of everything. But the Botox, the serum that's injected. Yeah. If they could only take the Botox that they put in my head for my migraines and just put a little here, a little there, that would be fabulous.
Could you slip just a little bit down here
I have
along the eye?
asked. I have asked a few times, and
You know what you should do? You should say, your Botox is really helping my headaches, but I'm starting to feel my headaches a
in
little
near
bit.
my eyes
Yeah,
and
right,
near
right
my
here on either side of my eyes, just a
yeah,
little
near my
bit of
mouth.
a headache right there, and maybe just a little bit under the
And you know
eye.
what? It's the same Botox, I found out.
The same Botox?
Yeah, and because at first I thought it was different. I thought it can't be the same. Well, P.S. it is. It's the same Botox.
Is it different
Which
strength? Or?
Ticks me off that they really can't do anything. But the strengths probably are different.
But your procedure is medical, not cosmetic.
Correct. And that's why, and insurance doesn't pay for cosmetic procedures. So
Right.
everything cosmetic these days is out of pocket unless you're having a problem. But I don't know what kind of problem you could be having that insurance will pay for when it comes to wrinkles. There's just, No, to me, there's
just
no way
say,
around that one.
I can't see anymore because the wrinkles, I think I
Well,
need Botox to open my eyes.
you
so I can
laugh,
see.
but yes, there
Really?
are women and men that their eyelids start to droop. And that's a possibility that insurance may pay for that because then you can't see. So I should hope for droopy eyelids? Is that what you're telling me?
Yes, you skip an extra pizza this week so I can pay
Pizza.
for a
A
Botox
steak
injection.
dinner. A steak
Really?
dinner.
Oh,
Oh my
salmon.
God. Oh, one little vial of Botox. You have no idea how much it is, do you?
No, I don't.
Anywhere between $400 and $800. Why do you think Kevin had Botox?
So it's $400 for the vial of Botox.
I think they quoted me $750 for like a vial and a half of Botox if I needed it. They didn't think I needed it.
So
but
for your headache treatments and everything, how much of a vial do you get?
well, I get 30 injections and they're little baby needles. And I don't know how many milliliters it is, but I get 30 shots. And according
In the head?
yeah. And according to insurance, the retail price
Oh.
is like $2,500 each time I go.
And you need it for medical reasons,
Yeah.
not for
Yeah.
cosmetic
Yeah.
reasons.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
mean-
And it's not easy to get. I mean, you have to go to a neurologist or a neurosurgeon and you have to be.
We guys got
That's
really nothing to complain about. I mean, if the cost of your deodorant goes up $1 or $2, so be it. Or maybe your favorite aftershave
But look
or
at-
something goes up a little bit. But women, you got your lipsticks, you got your rouge, you got your
Yeah, you do.
eyeliner,
You do.
you got all that stuff, and it
Yeah.
amazes.
Shampoo, conditioners.
Well, you mentioned
um,
shampoo.
Look at the coloring.
No,
just
I don't
color.
look at the.
Oh, I know you don't. But the coloring can be 125 easy for a
And-
woman.
And I really have a hard time understanding why people will invest that kind of money, because it isn't anything that's permanent. It's all temporary.
But if it makes you
color
feel
your hair and
better.
it grows out, you got to do it again.
But if it
and
makes
again.
you feel better, why wouldn't you do that?
Okay.
That's not a priority to you, but to some of us, it is. Well, not to me, I guess, anymore.
I'm sorry, sir, but I just can't make my car payment this month because I've got to get my hair colored. And it costs the same as my car payment.
Well, as you get older, we talked on our last show about priorities and how they change. And
Yeah.
as we get older, it's like, well, yeah, the gray, the blonde. I'd love the blonde, but $125 to $150 at least, maybe $175 every 6 weeks. If you're working, that's great. Or if you have an unlimited supply of cash in your account, that's great.
So COVID
But-
was kind of a good thing, because people weren't going to work. So they figured, well, I don't have to
A
get my hair
lot, I
colored.
think, well, a lot of
except they were
people
on
Zoom
Zoom.
and Skype and stuff. But there were a lot of people that didn't do the nails, the toes, the other things that they need to have done because of the money.
mani-pedi.
Yeah, mani-pedi, yeah.
Mani-pedi.
But they didn't because, yeah, it wasn't a priority or they just couldn't afford it. But yeah, men, although there are quite a few men that have facelifts and they have Botox, especially the
Yeah.
actors.
Well,
The
if
actors too.
and
And
if you
singers.
are, if you make your living with the public, you may want to do that. Your dad used to get a manicure every week, didn't he? He used to
Yeah,
get
but
his
he was in the beauty
nails done
business.
because he was shaking hands
Yeah,
with a lot of
and
people,
he
and it
felt
was
that was
it was
important.
part of his
Yeah.
calling card.
Correct.
I remember that. He always had such beautiful nails and polish
Mhm.
and all on his nails.
But he had gray hair and he let it go natural. Although I think on a man, gray hair is very distinguishing looking. Very
But
distinguishing.
you mentioned the cost of beauty. Just walk down the aisles, and for instance, for me,
Mhm.
I have a couple of aftershaves that I've been wearing since college. One of my favorites is Old English leather.
Mhm.
$25 for I think a 4-ounce bottle. or so, $25, $26, $27 or whatever.
Mhm.
But if you want to get a cologne, Dracar Noir or something, a little tiny bottle, $65.
No, I think it's past
Or-
75.
You know, I mean, it's amazing. And you can go to a fragrance counter and the prices, it's almost like liquor. You know, you can buy a cheap bottle of scotch and you can get a bottle of scotch, it's $1,000 for a single malt scotch. I mean, I guess it's what the
It's what they,
what the public will bear, you know.
Exactly.
And if you get hooked on a certain brand,
yeah.
you want to stay with that brand. And if the price goes up on that brand,
Mhm.
you either decide I'm going to switch brands or, you know,
Find another.
look, medication's the same way. The doctor puts you on a medication, it's costly. Once that medication becomes generic, then
But the
maybe the price goes
medications
up.
you usually need for your health and your well-being.
yeah, we're talking
Whereas you're talking
over the
beauty.
counter stuff.
Yeah, yeah, but yeah, I mean, even a hair conditioner or shampoo, you walk down those aisles. Wow.
Yeah, I always,
There's
I
tons of
always
them.
wondered, like, a brand name aspirin is $20 a bottle, but the Kroger brand
Mhm.
or the Publix brand or so, the aspirin is basically aspirin. It's made with the same components,
Right.
but because it's the store brand and everything, then all of a sudden it's like $12 a bottle instead of 20.
Well, but you can look at the ingredients to make sure the
And see
ingredients
if
are the
active
same.
ingredients are
But
the
yes,
same.
that's the difference between generic and brand.
Yeah.
But
Do you think people are being driven more towards store brands and
now they
generic
are,
brands?
I think now with the prices going up. a little
Especially when
bit,
you say
yeah.
you just turn over and look at the ingredients and the ingredients are exactly the same. Vitamins have always been that way.
Yeah,
The CVS or the Walgreens brand vitamins, if you look at it next to, the Centrum,
but if
whatever.
you're talking about beauty, when it comes to like a woman having her hair colored, I don't think that they know what company the beautician, the colorist is using.
So
And
you wouldn't
whatever they pull out of their little stock room, that's what that woman's gonna have, and that's the price that it is.
So you don't know whether it's a generic brand or L'Oreal or.
You don't know
or
what
some-
brand. You have to assume if you're going to a better salon, that it's a better product and that it'll last a little longer. It won't damage your hair as much. But there's products you can do on your own. You can color your own hair at all. And for what? I haven't bought a box of color in forever. So that's probably what, $15, $18, $20.
But that
I have no
cost-
idea.
but then
That
it
sure
costs,
is a lot less.
Yeah, but it costs $130 to have a housekeeper come to clean your sinks after you messed them up, coloring your hair, your own hair.
No,
I mean,
I think we can clean the sink with the color. no.
it's messy though, coloring.
It's
your hair.
messy, it's difficult, but a lot of people do it.
Yeah.
And hey, if it saves money,
That's true.
but it is costly. You got to prioritize a lot of us, maybe not, definitely not all of us, but many of us have to prioritize what.
Well, the cost
to
of
get
beauty
done.
may be going up, but the cost of watching Opposite Saxes every Thursday is exactly the same as it was a month ago and a year ago and more.
We're cheap.
It's a bargain.
We're cheap.
Oh,
We work
don't-
real cheap.
Cheap. We're affordable. Not
We're
cheap.
cheap.
Okay, we're cheap. So come back and get another treatment, if you will, next week at 1 o'clock on Thursday. Okay. Until then, be good to yourself.
See ya.
Bye.